Guys to do is turn to page 29. We're going to finish up the distributive property today, and I'm going to see if you really get it. Okay, so page 29. So in your math books, 29, and you have that piece of paper now that you're doing these problems on. So page 29, and we're going to start off with number 25. That's the problem we left with.
We already did that.
Yeah, that's the problem we left with, but not everyone knows why they got it right or wrong necessarily. So I want to nail it, make sure that we're good. All right, so here is a problem, and on 25, or 24, I should say, to 35, what are the instructions? Keep it for now and then throw it at the end, the little frillies. Or you could put it like under your desk so it's out of the way. Okay, what are the instructions?
Simplify each expression.
Yeah, simplify each expression. Okay, so if you were able to leave, you probably got this right. But some of you may have just written something down and hoped you got it right, and then you left. Okay, how many terms in this expression? Someone raise your hand and tell me. Yes, ma'am. 3 of them. Are any of them like terms? Michael. Yes, 2 of them. First and second. That means I can combine them by adding the numbers in front of the A. So it's 17 plus 21? 38. And now that gives me 38A. Okay? That's what you got for your first term. But what happens to that 45? Can it be combined with the 38A? No. So that's my answer. That's as simple as it gets. Sometimes you wonder, did we really simplify it? Yeah. Look at your original expression. Look at your final expression. Although it's not the most easy thing to see, it's still simplified from that. Okay? You good on that? All right, let's go to the next one. 26. Oh my, simplify this. It looks pretty simple to me. Or is it? Okay, so here, how many terms do we have? So you guys are working these out with me on your paper. So how can I make this simpler? Well, how many terms do I have here? Jensen? 2 terms, here and here. But I'm like, okay, m plus m, m and m? Okay, I don't know. Yes?
You add the 1 before each letter.
Okay, you write the 1 that is before each because it's already there. Have you heard of the word implied? Okay.
Insinuate.
Yeah, insinuate. That's, yeah, a little synonym there. So you have m, and you can imply that there's a number in front of it, even if it's not written there, it's a 1. All right, now, how can I combine these? Well, if that were the answer, yes, but let's see how this actually works out. Let's go here, Marissa. Okay, you could do that, but then you're left back at the starting point. You have 1 times m plus m. But here I want you guys even to be able to go from here to the final answer. Let's see if we can get this. Okay, John. 2m. Yeah. How many m's are here? 1. How many m's are here? 1. And when you add them together, you get 2 of them. 2 m's. Okay. 27. Okay, so this one's C plus 24C plus 16. All right, someone help me out. How many terms? Yes, ma'am.
Why did we have to add the 1s on the last one if we just counted it?
I think I know what you're asking. Why don't you just add m plus m? Well, you would get 2m. But for those who are wondering, I mean, how's it 2m? Why isn't it like m and m? Well, because there's a 1 in front of the first m and there's a 1 in front of the second m. So you add those 2 1s to get 2. So that what I'm saying is like the 2 doesn't just come. It has to be from those 2 1s that were there. So I think that's your question, and I hope I answered that well. Yes. Okay, hold on here. How many terms? Everyone, raise your hand or call it out.
2. 3.
3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so 1, 2, 3. All right, are there any like terms?
No.
What do you think? Max?
Yes, there are 2 of them because there's one.
So these are like terms you're saying, but there's nothing in front of this letter. Or is there?
Dun, dun, dun.
1. Now, when I combine these two together, what should I get? Braden? 25. C. And then I have that plus 16. Can they be combined together?
No.
No. That's simplified right there. Okay, I need questions if you have it on any one of these problems you've done so far. Any questions? Or forever hold your peace here. I'm giving you a chance. Oh, all right, go ahead. Sorry? This is fun? Comment? Questions, though. Questions. Thank you.
Okay, so for 26 and 27, I do extra steps. I do, like for 27, I put C parentheses 1 plus 24. Is that good?
That's good. Yeah, I will definitely accept that. Ready, guys? Do 28 on your own. All right, do it quietly, please, so we're not distracting anyone. And if you're just like, I don't know what's going on, I'm not sure, that's okay. Write something down. Try what you think you know and try that out. Don't just sit there and think, I don't know. Oh, well. Try something. Everyone should have an answer. If you're right, great. If you're wrong, that's okay. If you're right and you know why, even better. Okay, Elizabeth, tell me what you did.
I combined the 2 like terms, which were 1Q and 4Q.
Okay.
And I got 5Q.
So you got 5Q.
And then I put 4 plus 11 in parentheses.
Did you do anything else? Okay, so you're getting there. But what's cool about this problem is if you left it 4 plus 11, can you make it even more simple?
Yes.
And yes, Bella?
You could add 4 plus 11 and get 15 and leave it.
So Elizabeth, you did very well on that first term, and the second term in the answer would have been simplified to 15. Okay, how many of you got that answer on your own? Okay, if you did, okay, listen now. If you did not get it, what's your question? Please ask. There's nothing, the worst question you can ask me is, do it for me next, or can you do it for me next time? That's a bad question, and the answer is no, by the way. But everything else is fair. Any questions? Opportunities right now. We can have this, Swivl right now is awkwardly looking at me, but I don't care. Question, John.
I got it right, but so even if terms aren't next to each other, they can still be added together?
Yeah, and listen, here we go. He gave me a good question. He's kind of wondering, why could these be added together? I mean, they're on both sides of the whole problem. Which property did we use in our heads to allow us to add these two first? Well, you could have used the commutative property or the associative property, or both. Because, let me rewrite this here, and you guys tell me if I'm right or wrong. Are you allowed to do that, though? Yeah, because of which property? Commutative property. So now, do you see how we can combine these right away? And then if you wanted to group these together and group these together, yeah, you get that 5Q and you get that 15 from there. So you can write those steps if that's necessary, or you can go here, oh, you know what? These are all being added. So why don't I just combine those two first and then the middle two next? Good question. That's a great question. Any others? Okay, let's move on to the next one, number 29. This is where they're giving you different types of problems. Or not different types of problems, but they're adding another step to it. So write down number 29, and don't be too intimidated by it. You're going to find out it's not too bad. I think the smartboard is reacting to my marker here, the Swivl marker. That's why it jumps sometimes. But I apologize if that throws anybody off. All right, here's my problem. They asked me to simplify this, right? You can tell it's complicated already. Hold on, guys. Let's take it one step at a time. Have we simplified expressions before? We have. Do you guys remember the order of operations? Do you guys remember order of operations? Okay, this is an expression. It's an algebraic expression, and I want to simplify it, and I'm going to use order of operations. So what would I have to do first? Yes, sir. All right, I look at the parentheses. You guys okay with that? And I add them. There's only one problem. Can you add these together? No, you can't do it. As much as you try, that's all you're left with. So now which property is needed to help you out? That's okay. It would be the?
Associative. Or the one with the distributive.
You would have to use this here with the distributive property, right? Because can you add these two together? Anybody?
No.
Can we do that? We cannot. I can't. I'm trying. Can't. I don't know why, so I can't do it. I'm blocked. But if there's a number outside being multiplied, can't I use the distributive property to multiply these two and multiply these two? Yes. Okay, so watch what I'm going to do, and you write it down as well. So 18y, he's left alone. All right, what's 5 times 7?
35.
35. I multiply them together, I got 35. What's 5 times 3y? 15y. Good. If you were able to do that, you're on a good path. Because now, this is my expression, and have we dealt with these before? Today. Yes. Yeah, you can use commutative. You want to move this guy over there? Go ahead and move him. You want to combine them? You can. They're like terms. So does everyone see that this term and this term are like? So how do you add them together, or how do you combine them together? You add the numbers in front of the y's. And so what's 18 plus 15? If I don't know it, this is what I do on my work. 18 plus 15, 33. Okay, so I got my 33. So I should get what here? 33y. The y didn't just disappear or change. He's still there. Plus 35. And then what's 35 plus 33? It doesn't matter, because can you combine those two together right now? No. You are done. This is a simplification. Now let me ask you this here. This original expression, when you looked at it, you may have been thinking, uh-oh. Okay, and it is tough, because it's like, what just happened here? Which one's easier to look at? The top or the bottom? Bottom. You can get there if you use the distributive property, because unfortunately those cannot be added. Yes?
Why could you use 5 plus 3y?
15 plus, oh.
The 5 and the 3, but that's not like very.
No, okay, good question, and I'm gonna look at all your words. You said, why could I add the 5 and the 3?
Yeah.
We multiplied the 5 and the 3. Right? Then we do 5 times 3 is 15. So we can do that. You can't add these because they're not being added here. They're being multiplied. Remember the distributive property? These two are being added, and you couldn't do that, right? We admitted we can't add these, but you could multiply here, and you could multiply there. So you can multiply unlike terms, but you cannot add like terms, which is this, what we just did here. All right, good question, though. 30 is very similar to 29. So we have here 14 times b plus 3 plus 8b. Uh-oh. This looks familiar, and it doesn't look nice. Rosa, do you have a question?
I have a question on
Yeah.
29.
Good. Go ahead.
So, for the parentheses, why can't you just add 7 plus 3?
Good question. So like here, why can't I add the 7 plus the 3? Because you would get 10y, right? You'd maybe get 10y. So let me explain it using an example. Pick a number for y. Let's make it easy. Just make it easy. So what's an easy number to substitute y with? You could do 0, but maybe something that's maybe a little bit tougher but not too hard is 1. Can we do that? Let's pretend y was 1. So I'm just looking at this right here. All right, what's 3 times 1?
3.
3. Okay, 3. 3 plus 7. 10. Okay? What if we got 10y? We get 10 times 1, which is 10. Wait, you could do that, right?
No.
Try 2. All right, what's 3 times 2? 6 plus 7? 13. All right, we got 13 here. What's 10 if we combine these two together? What's 10 times 2?
20.
Uh-oh, 13 and 20, are they the same? No, so this right here cannot equal 10y, because if it did, any number for y would have to work in this expression and 10y, and it's not the case. 1 does work, doesn't it? 1 did work. But the 2, the 3, 4, 5, they're not going to work. 0 won't work either. Or negatives. Yeah.
Couldn't you do 5 plus 8 equals, or 5 plus 3 equals 8, and then you add the 7 plus 8 is 15, and then multiply the 5 times 7 equals 35, and then you get the exact same thing?
In this problem, so I didn't follow you, but in this problem that might be the case, but if you try to apply it to the next problem, it won't work that way. You see, so like you can do, have you ever seen people like do things with numbers, like if you add this and divide by that, and then you use this number, and then blah, 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 you can do a lot of things with math, but if you try to apply it every single time, it doesn't work. So in this case, that worked, just like 1 worked in our scenario, but it doesn't always work, and that's what we want. We want it to always work. Okay, let's go do number, good questions, guys. I like questions. You know why? One of you asked a question, and another one of you is thinking up here, oh yeah, why not? Or I thought that would work. And so it answers many people's questions at the same time. And they're good. They're thoughtful. All right. Here, what do I do? Can I do b plus 3?
No.
Oh, man. So I'm stuck. What can I use? Yes?
You do, distributive property means 14 times b and 3, but you first have to make 1 in front of the b?
Yeah, you could. Yep. So 1b. That's not pound. That's 1b. So what's 14 times 1b? 14b. Okay? And then what's 14 times 3? I don't know off the top of my head, Mr. Ray. What do I do? Yeah, good. It is 42. You could write it up here and then put it in. So it is 42. If you didn't know it in your head, that's okay. Just work it out. All right, and then what happens to the 8b? He just comes down. Nothing's happened to him so far. Oh, back to this step, John. What do I do?
You could either use commutative property in your head, or you could write it out, but 14b and 8b are like terms, so you can add them together.
All right, so you add these two terms together. 22b, and then plus the 42. And that's what you're left with. Good. I'm going to give you, this is cool. I'm going to give you an opportunity over the long weekend to get some bonus points. And some people just like lit up. By the way, I don't give bonus points a lot. In fact, this is like, I was like, what am I doing? I'm going to give them bonus points? Mr. Ray, you never do that. But you should do that. But I never do it. But you should. And it was just a dilemma I had. I will give you bonus points if you work these problems out and get them right. This next one is not a bonus one, but
So just 31?
not yet. I'm going to give you one more problem, and then I'm going to give you the set of bonus questions you can do over the weekend. So don't do them in class. Don't start doing it in class. I'm done. Can I turn it in now? No, I'm going to have to take that paper and throw it away because you worked on it during class. Do you understand? So because we're going to move on to something else after this. All right, let's do one more together, and then I'm going to let you on your own finish these distributive property problems. All right, 31. And go ahead and do it on your own. Yeah, go ahead. Try it out, guys. You can do it.
So, like, all of them are options. Like, you can do, like, so many or all
Yeah,
of them.
if you did one and you got it right, you get 1 point. If you did them all, you get blah points, because I haven't told you how many yet.
Yes. Can you check mine, see if it's right?
No, but I'll check everyone in just a moment. So yeah, if you have an answer, hold off. I want to give people a chance. The word blah I use a lot as well. I learned it in college. My calculus teacher would say, what's blah squared plus blah squared? And then he'd say, blah. And he goes, blah. I'm like, I'm so confused. But he used blah as like a variable. Okay, do you know what blah is?
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but you know it's going to stand for a number, which we'll figure out in your homework, he would say, or whatever. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see here. I needed a helper to write their steps on the board neatly, nicely. That's okay. Let's see. Josie, would you like to come up? Thank you. And I'll get Swivl off of you a little bit, so you might pass them by, but you don't have to have Swivl looking right at you. You can pick any one of those markers, and then you can work that one out. So what we're going to do, guys, is if she gets it right, great. If she doesn't, we're going to fix it together. And don't just say, no, that was wrong. Don't do that. Let her have her time and think. How many of you thought this problem was very difficult? It was very difficult. I couldn't do it. Okay, how many of you thought it was somewhat difficult? It's a little tough, not too bad. How many of you thought it was neither difficult nor easy? So it's kind of like neutral, like even. How many of you thought it was somewhat easy? Okay, it's not too bad. I kind of get this. And how many of you thought it was very easy? Okay, so I wanted to get a spectrum of what you thought, but what you think isn't always reflective of how you did. But I just want to see how you did here. And then circle your answer when you're done. And then you guys are allowed to do this. Thank you, Josie. All right, how many of you got 32b plus 60? How many of you did something like this? Not exactly necessarily, but something like this. Okay. The more work you show me, by the way, the easier it is for me to say, that was the problem, or that was what you did well, and that's what you messed up on. Show work, okay? Plus, on your quizzes, quiz on Wednesday. Swivl, can you get that? Quiz on Wednesday. So now it's online for millions to see, or at least the 20 people who have subscribed. But anyway, you guys need to show me work. If you show me work and maybe you mess up one little thing, I'll take maybe one little point off. But if you don't show me work and you get the answer wrong, you miss it all because I have no clue what happened. You could have guessed, you could have copied, I don't know, but you didn't give me work. That is not good. Okay, listen to me carefully. You can write this down on your paper. I'll write it down on the board at the end. But problems 32 to 35 are going to be bonus problems.
Do we have to do them?
You don't have to do it, but listen, bonus is a good idea. Like, everyone will benefit from bonus. Anyone will, I should say, will benefit from bonus. Plus, it just gives you exposure to these problems, so I would say please do them. And if you miss all of them, did you miss any points? No, but you could have gotten some points. Yes, ma'am.
What do we use the bonus points on?
It'll be on homework. So like it'll make up homework problems. Good question. All right. So that's 32 to 35, and that's going to be from page 29. Okay, you write that on your paper, whatever you're using, and then we're going to flip that paper over if it was a new piece of paper, or take out another piece of paper if you're using the one we used yesterday. So I hope that's not too confusing.
I already used the front.
You can use the back.
Yeah, like that. I have the whole back. Perfect.
Yes, ma'am?
How many bonus points if you get all the problems right?
I'll give like 8. I'll give 2 per. Oh, man. What's wrong with me? Is it Friday? Is that why I'm being so nice? Oh, it's the long weekend. That's what it must be. Oh, no. This is the reason. It's because I love the distributive property. And I want to, like, entice you to do problems with it. Okay. This is what you need to do now. On that other side, or that new piece of paper, we're going to go to page 18. We're going back to lesson 1-3. So now we're talking about expressions and translating verbal to algebraic. Okay? Verbal to algebraic. And then a little bit of algebraic to verbal. Yeah. Okay. This is only part 2. Wow. All right, verbal. What does it mean by verbal? Spoken and words. Words, okay? In this case, we're going to have written down words, but you can also speak them. Verbal expressions to algebraic expressions. Remember, what's an algebraic expression? This is a long time ago. And let's see if anyone remembers what an algebraic expression is. Or what they are. Yes, sir.
A plus B equals C.
Okay, so that would be an example of one. But what are they like? How do you classify all of them? Tristan.
They have a variable, an operation, and a number.
Have to have numbers, and or numbers, variable or variables, and then at least one operator. So addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Good. So we're going to be translating a written expression into an algebraic expression. Now look at the top of page 18. Do you guys remember that I pointed out those words? Addition words, subtraction words, multiplication, division words. You guys remember that? And if you don't, here's the reminder. It's there. Okay, look at example 3. Oh, one of our very own is included in this example. All right, example 3. Translate each phrase into an algebraic expression. A, 10 more points than Marissa. Spelled differently, right? No? Yes? We'll pretend I didn't say that. Okay. 10 more points than Marissa scored. I'm going to write that down. 10 more points than Marissa. And they spell it with... Is it spelled differently, Marissa, than what you spell it? Yeah. So I was figuring that. 10 more points than Marissa scored. Okay, that's a phrase, okay? Why is this not a sentence, by the way? Two reasons it's not a sentence. First reason, at the beginning, there's no capital letter. That's not a sentence, or at least not a proper one. And then at the end, there's no punctuation. No period, no exclamation point, no question mark. It is not a sentence. It is a phrase. How do I translate this into an algebraic expression? Well, first of all, there's a key word in there that deals with the operation. So is it addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? I don't know. What's the key word? Raise your hand. Anybody? Yes?
More than.
More.
Yeah, more points than or more than more. What does more refer to?
Addition.
Michael? Addition. So I know it's something like that. So that's going to be in there. 10 more points then. What's one of your numbers going to be? 10. Now, can 10 go on the left or on the right, or does it matter? Why not? Because the answer is going to be, it's going to be written a certain way, but you're saying it doesn't matter? Is the book wrong? What happened? Yep.
It doesn't matter because of the commutative property.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why we applied, like why I'm even bringing that up. Okay, but do I know how many points Marissa scored?
No.
They didn't tell me. So it's an unknown number, which means I can use a variable, and you want to use m. Could you use x?
Yes.
Yeah, can you use s?
R.
You can use Z.
You can use z. L. L, I would say L, stay away a little bit from because it looks like a 1. T can look like a plus sign. X is a good one, as long as you make sure it starts on the ground. But yeah, I would say why M for this problem in particular? Why is that a good one to use? Rosa?
Because
It's Marissa. You're talking. Oh, that must be Marissa's point total. All right. That's done. That's all you had to do. That's it. But Mr. A, don't you have to simplify it? Look, knowing what we already know now, can you make that simpler?
No.
Yes.
Okay? Someone help explain why you cannot make that simpler. Most of you said no, but there are maybe some who say, I thought you could. So why can I not make this simpler? Why not? Elizabeth.
Because you don't know Marissa's score.
Okay, you don't know what M is, but I mean, can I just combine these even though I don't know her score, Braden?
Because it doesn't have the same variable as in.
Two terms here. This one has no variable. That's a M. Cannot be combined, not like terms. All right. Good questions, though, guys. This is good. I love this back and forth. Ask me questions. Hopefully I know the answer, and if I don't, I will try to figure it out. Okay? That's the whole goal. All right, B. 3 times last year's total. 3 times last year's total. All right. There are actually two words. Two words, and then one helps you interpret what the second word should mean. All right, what's one keyword? Times. And then it's another keyword. Caroline? So, for the operation. Total. Guys, I look at the multiplication. Is times there? Yeah, it's in that chart. But total is in the... Which one is it in? Bummer. So is it both? Or can it be both? Yeah. Can it be one or the other? Okay. You know why you can use times and total and only mean times? Because multiplication is a shorthand way of addition. Right? Instead of saying 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, 4 times, what can you say? 4 times 4. Right? Shorthand way. So you can use it, but that's the key word. That's the main word. All right. Somebody help me out. Do I know last year's total?
No.
What? Then I have no clue what to write here. Well, what can you use to help you out? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, what's a good variable?
Y, J.
J. Oh, wow. J. Maybe it's for the Jayhawks. I don't know. J. All right, and then how do I show this multiplication? Well, what number is being multiplied by last year's total? 3. 3J. That's fine. You could do 3.J, or you could do 3 parentheses J, but this is like the most straightforward, easiest way to write it. You guys get that? What do you think you need to know in these problems? You need to know the key terms or words so that you know what's going on. Do you need to know really what that is? I know 3 means 3. And then you also need to know what's the unknown value and assign it a variable. Okay, let me just have you practice real quick. Page 19, number 28. Go ahead and do that real quick. It shouldn't take you too long. Page 19, number 28. Give you about 10 more seconds. Okay, I'm going to call on anybody, hand or not. Let's see. Who's the lucky winner on this one? Timothy. How would you write a number divided by 8? Okay, you put n divided by 8. What number was this again? 28? Thank you. So you put n divided by 8. Did anyone else do a variable divided by 8? Okay, and it could have been any variable, x divided by 8, whatever you like. Is there another way to write this? Bella?
N over 8.
What? N over 8, that's a fraction. But that's still division. Okay? You guys good on that? All right. Man, you guys did so well. You did so well, you deserve number 32.
Yes.
Number 32. Is it?
This is so confusing. Yep. We don't have to.
10 more seconds on number 32.
Look at me one answer.
Yes. And actually, I forgot to do it before, but I'll show you why we need to know the other answers. All right, Caroline, what is 32 for you? 11 plus F. Okay. How many of you put 11 plus f? How many of you changed the variable? Why didn't you change the variable? I mean, why do you guys, were you all just thinking the same thing? Food? Fun? Next hour? Is that what you're thinking? Why f?
You can't change the variable if it's in the problem.
Yeah, they already said 11 increased by f. Then you got to keep f. Is there another way to write this answer, though? Ooh, Max? F plus 11. That's totally different. No, that's actually called the symmetric property of equality. Oh, wait, that's 8th grade today. Sorry. All right. Number, let's see, you guys are too good at this. I'm going to give you a tough one. Yes. Number 38.
Yes. 30 what?
38. Let me give you a clue. 2 operations going on. 2 operations. So I want you to try it out. Let's see how you do. If you didn't do so well, we'll try it again.
That was very easy.
All right, well, we'll see. Okay, time is almost up.
No, very easy.
Okay, Josie for number, what did I say, 38? All right, 38. What did you get? Whoa. 3 times A? Minus 18? How many of you got something like that? Okay, did you all put A?
I put in.
I put N, I put X, I put Y, it doesn't matter. But if you have these two being multiplied, then subtracted by 18, you're good. Question?
Did you put 3A in parentheses?
Yes, like if you did this. And then if you wanted to simplify that, basically simplify means you have no more parentheses. You would drop those and it would still be the same thing. Okay, guys, let me give you your assignment today. It's actually very straightforward and easy. So this is something you have to do. On page 30. On page 30. If you want to reference it, yes. If you don't, throw it away after class. Don't throw it right now. Yes. You see on page 30, there's a self-test there. This will prepare you for the quiz on Wednesday. What you do is this. You do those problems. You get them right? Great. You're pretty ready for that quiz. You're very ready for that quiz. 1 through 10, except do not do 2A. Don't do 2A. You don't have to do 2A. So I'll write that up. Page 30. It's a self-test. Self-test. 10 problems. And I put here skip 2A. Don't skip 2B. You still have to do 2B, but skip 2A. And that's on page 30. Plus those bonus questions that you should have written down. So if you don't have those bonus questions down, I would get them down. You guys did really well today. I hope you were able to pull it all up. I hope you were able to pull it all together, and then when it comes to the quiz, you'll be ready for it. All right, end record.